just made it at semi-Niagara, I guess, not really Niagara on the Falls, where we're going to be doing the billboard, basically, that's exposing, you know, the cruel industry of horse-drawn carriages and why we need to stop this exploitation. We just got here, we parked at this weird helicopter space, which is where the billboard is, which is right up there. We can see it, which looks amazing. Wow, I'm so amazed by their billboards. And they're all over there, so we're gonna go see them. I'm currently with Sonnet and Julie. We had an awesome ride, and we were talking about kind of how we got to where we are. And it was a really good talk to learn about each other and kind of the journeys we've been on and why we love the universe and trust in the universe and know that everything always happens for a reason. So now we're just gonna see what's going on over here. It's amazing. Hi. It's awesome. We've got the cruel, dangerous, unethical, don't take a carriage ride. It's so well portrayed. I'm so impressed with this billboard right now. Holy shit. It's amazing. Wow. Look at that. What an amazing billboard. Oh my God, it's so well done. The message is just perfect. Like, it's amazing. That's amazing. John! How are you?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Excited to see it.
Oh my God, tell me about it. Hell yeah. That's amazing. What a great spot we're in too.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so hot right now. That's so cool. I'm really excited about this. Whoop whoop. It's like, what happened to our jam, man? We're allowed to have fun too. Dun, 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 dun. Animals are not ours to use or exploit and consume. Live just, go vegan. Showing you the other side. The dark side. Oh, yeah. Right? Yeah! Woo! Honk for compassion! Standing up for animals. Repeat that.
Ban horse carriages in the Niagara region.
Woo! Yeah. Animal liberation now. This is where horses belong, in green pastures. So obvious. Yes. Be carriage free by 2023. It even rhymes. If you can't go with that, you got issues. Nice, exactly, right? Pasture, not streets. So obvious. So obvious. Hey, how's it going? All animals need protection under the law. Excellent. Bum, 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 bum. They've been banned in so many other cities and countries, and it's time to get rid of it here in Canada, especially Niagara on the Lake. Yes, that's just as straightforward as it is. Save animals. Compassionate tourists say no to horse carriage rides, 100%, please. We know where this one comes from. Freedom for all, justice for animals. Thank you so much for holding this sign. And as we saw earlier, the amazing banner here that we've got going on, that's super cool and obvious for everyone who drives by here. Hey Ina, how's it going? Yes, we've got another awesome activist here with us today. Dun, dun, dun.
Even if we have to move some of the smaller things into my car and then, or whatever, we'll make it work. No.
Montreal, Van horse-drawn carriages. Clearly, Sonnet's showing everyone here that they need to be looking up at the billboard. And we've got everyone here.
I expect waste of paper.
Muscle and fitness.
Really good. I'm still first right now.
Good.
I'm in the. We're competing for the top 5 now.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah. We have until August 5th to vote every freaking day, like to hustle, right? I know they're going to change the link at one point. I think after we make it to top 5, I think once the 3 finalists or something like that, and the whole, there's all this fine print reading that I kind of went through, and I'm like, I'll just deal with it as it goes.
Yeah.
And it's been going pretty good so far. Yeah. I'm really lucky to have all of you awesome people. I'm doing this competition for to be basically Miss Health and Fitness 2021.
All right.
And like that's what I do for a living and stuff like that. And you win $20,000 and you're featured on the cover of Miss Health and Fitness Her 2021. So you get exposure to 3 million plus people. I get to talk of my vegan story. I get to talk about everything I've done. I'll be the first vegan on this cover and this magazine dedicated to health and fitness. And you win $20,000, and I'm donating $10,000 to animal sanctuaries around here, 5 specific ones. So I've been getting a lot of support, right? And it's because so many good, like it checks the box in so many ways, right? Like for all of us and for the movement. So I'm really looking forward to that.
I thought maybe you would know because you do a lot of this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Paper free. Did I give you one shot?
No.
Okay, these are just our socials and our hashtags for like tagging us and
Cool.
using, we're gonna try to get
Help us.
a lot more active online.
Yes. Yeah. That's awesome. I love the shirt you're wearing, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
And the
It has-
pin.
It has like a major stain on it, but I can't.
My
bring
white
myself
one
to get
too.
rid of it. I don't know where.
Because
it
it's a
came
white
from.
shirt though.
Yeah.
There's just like it's honestly it has like it's Murphy's Law or something. You cannot wear
trash
white without
stain.
getting it dirty.
Yeah.
It's like. All right, so they have help us raise awareness on social media. They've got multiple hashtags here: ban horse-drawn carriages, Niagara on the Lake, My Niagara, Niagara Region, be carriage free by 2023, and boycott NOTL. These are the Instagram ones. Oh no! Yeah!
Everybody can hear? Can everybody hear me?
If you can't hear Liz, you have to come closer.
Please, thank you. Can't hear Liz, you might need to stop talking. Okay, thank you for coming. This is the first ever billboard that has been launched to raise awareness on horse-drawn carriage rides in the Niagara region. So thank you all. This wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for the donations from everybody here and a few others that couldn't be here. But this is entirely through your fundraising efforts. So thank you so much for making this possible. As you can see, it's a great location. This is actually the center point into downtown Niagara Falls where all the tourism happens. So it's a great way to raise awareness when we're not actually around the carriage horses themselves. So this campaign, as many of you probably already know, to ban horse-drawn carriage rides has been in the works for years, since 2017, and actually my mom, Brune, along with I think you and Kath at the beginning, went to film the carriage horses before anybody else did protesting there. And through that they were able to get some very valuable information before the carriage company started to push back. Yep. And they know me and I asked all kinds of questions. Yeah, they asked questions like how long are the horses out on a typical day? At what point do you pull the carriage horses if it gets too hot? And I believe one of the carriage employees at that time said that they would only pull the horses if it reached 40 degrees Celsius.
And I said, 40? Yes. I said, plus humidity? Yes. But the thing is, they just pull them whenever they want to, and usually they don't pull.
Yeah. So there's no way of knowing if this person was actually speaking from any kind of fact or if he just made it up on the spot.
I think so.
We don't know. But as we have been protesting there for years, we see those horses out in every temperature, no matter what condition. Even in heat waves, we've been out there. Heat waves across the province where it's 35 plus degrees and those horses are still working. These carriage companies do not care about the welfare or the rights of these horses. They want them there purely to make profit, and that's what we're protesting. We want them to transition to humane alternatives. So in 2017, once we started kind of paying attention to these carriage horses, at that point we realized that this is an issue that a lot of people in the Niagara region are opposed to, and this has only come forth through our time protesting there. Horses are, unfortunately, some of the most forgotten victims of animal exploitation. It's so easy to focus on other more egregious forms of suffering. When it comes to carriage horses, they kind of unfortunately blend into the background. Sometimes people will see them and they go, oh yeah, that's sad, I don't like that. But very few have actually stood up against it in this area. But that has changed. From 2017 until 2020, there was a group called At War for Animals Niagara that largely organized the protest there. In 2020, they publicly announced that they would be resigning from their role in organizing. So at that point, it was kind of left open for concerned citizens to represent themselves and do the activism that they wanted to do in any capacity. So from 2020 until now, and basically until the carriages licenses are revoked, we all represent ourselves, but the media outlet that documents our actions is Banned Horse Carriages Niagara. So if you haven't already followed the social media pages, please, we need support on there. We get a lot of trolls and a lot of pro-carriage supporters that come and flood our Facebook page in particular with their propaganda. So we could really use support to try to share the content, raise awareness, and help us fight back against this pro-carriage lobby, so to speak. We have a very, very vocal opposition. I'm sure many of you are aware. There's a group that's called Locals for Carriages. They've been largely inactive as of late, but they have over the years been a vicious opponent of our right to be in the town and speak our mind. And they have smeared activists. There has actually been a few criminal charges that have been laid against some people in Niagara on the Lake for, can you remind me, Sam, some of the details of those charges?
So last year we had one count of assault with a weapon for a gentleman, use the term loosely, who assaulted Jason King and robbed him. So assault and robbery was his charge. We had one person charged with 3 counts of assault with a weapon for throwing horse urine on activists during the rally that we did for Regan, and he recently pled guilty. And then we had 1 count of defamation for an individual who printed stickers with one of our former campaigners' faces, indicating that he was a pedophile, and posted them all over St. Catharines. So he was charged with defamation.
Yeah. So as you can see, these people are, they're not respectful of our right to speak our mind. Not only that, they actively smear our efforts and try to influence the town council that we're quote-unquote extremists, terrorists, all the smears that animal advocates regularly receive. But it doesn't stop our advocacy. If anything, it just emboldens us to fight harder. So some things that I just want to help you be aware of so that you can help us raise awareness. Sam has passed out some of our social media hashtags. Please use these hashtags. We really want to flood the region and their hashtags with our messaging. So please use them, and we encourage you to take video and pictures of the billboard. We're going to do a banner drop later in the day today. So help us by tagging Banned Horse Carriages Niagara so that we can find them. Ours with the helicopter.
Woo!
Okay.
Trying to come closer.
Yeah. So our activism is making the town of Niagara on the Lake extremely nervous. I don't know if any of you have been following the town council meetings, but they have explicitly stated last year when we kind of amped up some of the disruptions in the town that the town council was actively looking for a place to move the protesters out of the downtown core and put them in a quote-unquote protest zone, which is ridiculous because we are in Canada and we have the right to freedom of speech and assembly, and you cannot move people out of a designated area where it's municipal property just because you don't like our message. But this is the kind of backwards thinking that Town Council of Niagara on the Lake believes. Rather than try and come and understand our point of view, they just resort to just calling us protesters, that we're ruining the town's reputation. They don't want us there. So rather than try to ask, like, what can we do to work with you, they just try to get us to go away, which is not going to happen. Even the Lord Mayor of the town, Betty DeCero, has actually stated in a town council meeting that she is at a loss of how to deal with this. They have invested money into looking into legal counsel and how they can remove us, or at least move us away from where the carriages are, and they haven't been successful. And they know what they need to do to get us to leave, and that's to ban horse carriages, and that's why we've launched a campaign, new this year, hashtag Be Carriage Free by 2023. So this will give Niagara Regional Council a year in 2022 to find a plan to transition out of this, find a way to incentivize the carriage companies to move to electric or pedal, humane tourist alternatives which have worked very successfully in other cities, including Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, Mumbai, India, and several others, Guadalajara, Mexico. They all have electric carriages. There's no reason we can't do that here. So we want to give them some ample time so that they can find a way to do this, and we're going to keep pushing until they make this happen. Okay. So this is why it's critical that this year we keep the pressure up. I know that we're in the Niagara region and there's lots of stuff going on with animal rights advocacy in and around the Toronto area, which is fantastic. But anytime you can come support us, whether it's attending a demo or sharing content on social media, it really, really helps us down here. I know it's out of the way, but you know, if you're able to come down even once in the summer, if you're from out of area, that would be helpful for us. I also want to say that, as all of you know, there's been enormous success with activism in terms of the Fur Free campaign. There's been a number of successes just within several days of each other, right? So Canada Goose announced they were going Fur Free, followed by Holt Renfrew, then Neiman Marcus, and just recently Moose Knuckles. Right? And just, I think in April, Saks Fifth Avenue.
Yeah.
And not to mention a bunch of fashion designers like Balenciaga, Gucci, several others have committed to going for free. And this has only happened because activists have actively disrupted these stores. So we need to apply these same pressure tactics to the very quaint town of Niagara on the Lake. If we persist, they will succumb. They do not want protesters in their beautiful little quaint town. We ruin their reputation, and we will continue to raise awareness until they ban horse carriages in the area. So this is all to say that this is entirely winnable, and victory is imminent with relentless activism, but we need your support. So just a reminder on what you can do to help us. Help raise awareness by sharing your own content from today. We encourage you to take your own pictures and videos, but please tag Ban Horse Carriages Niagara so that it's easily seen by the admins on the page, and use the hashtags. Like and comment on all of the socials of Ban Horse Carriages Niagara. This helps to boost us, particularly in the Facebook algorithm, and helps to drown out some of the incessant negativity I mentioned with some of our opposition. If you're on Instagram, please go to our link tree in our bio and share and sign our petition if you haven't already. It's gotten almost 20,000 signatures and it's only been up since March. Okay, so we want to show this petition to the region. We want to show the regional council the petition at the end of this year. And we would love to get up to 100,000 signatures, but this only happens if you actively share it. We also have a drone email campaign. So right here, and on the link tree in in the bio of Banned Horse Carriages Niagara Instagram. If you scan these, this will send an email to Niagara Regional Council so that they get a direct email talking about this issue and why they need to look into a ban. So please do that if you haven't already. If you live in the Niagara region, contact your regional councillors that represent you in your city or town so that you can directly tell them, I am a resident and I don't agree with horse carriage rides for entertainment purposes.
For any purposes.
For any, yes. Excuse me. Also, we have email campaigns. So several activists have organized an email to send to regional council, helping to raise awareness to them on this issue. It could be that regional council members have never thought about this issue before, and they might just rely on some of the old tropes like, well, the horses aren't really abused, they're well taken care of, all this nonsense that's spewed out by pro-carriage people. And this is kind of the conversation that happens, unfortunately, when people are somewhat ignorant to this topic. We know that this issue is widely supported. And of course there is gun honks all day. Yeah, that was the one person all day. You know, be prepared for that more in Niagara on the Lake.
Yeah.
But these email campaigns really help to draw and raise awareness to regional council about what is wrong with horse carriages. We're not talking about the treatment of these horses at the farm. For all we know, they could be treated like royalty at the farm when they're on the pastures. That's where they belong. We have no reason to doubt that the carriage companies don't take care of their horses on the farm. The issue is when they bring them out in traffic. But anytime we say that to people on the streets that are resistant to this message, they just continue on with saying they're treated well. Well, how is it treating them well to put them out in dangerous traffic in heat on asphalt for hours a day, every single day? People have nothing to say to that, right? So we need to do these email campaigns to the region so that we make this an issue that they bring up and start talking about, okay? So it's very crucial that you look out for these online. If you aren't already doing these emails and you would like to, please come and talk to me and I'll tell you how you can get in on this. And this form of pressure with the emails is exactly how the carriages have been banned in other cities worldwide. I'm sure many of you know that the horse-drawn carriages have been banned in Montreal. There's an active campaign to get them banned in Victoria, and in Chicago, Illinois. Through these emails, they were able to get the carriages banned, I believe, within 3 years. And that's a huge city. That's way bigger than Niagara on the Lake, so there's no reason we can't do it here. And finally, after all this, if you ever have a few extra dollars to help us with any kind of cost related to outreach and activism, we still have an active, thank you. We still have an active fundraiser that you can help us. We're gonna try and do another billboard next year and make this a topic of conversation for years to come. And we hope that it doesn't have to go much past next year. We hope to succeed in this effort, so thank you for joining us. And Sam is gonna talk for anyone that's coming to Niagara on the Lake later today. Safety tips. Thank you.
Woo!
Hey, I hope everyone can hear me. I feel like I'm louder than you. I'm naturally loud. No, it's not a criticism. I'm so loud. Okay, so just a couple of tidbits for folks who are joining us in Niagara on the Lake. If you have joined us before, some of this stuff will be new to you. We've done a lot to up our game since last season. If you haven't, pay especially close attention because some of these will be safety tips that are really important for keeping everybody safe and keeping our campaign in really like tip-top public opinion in that town. So I'll do a little more reading, I guess, than Liz did, but mine's just point form, so this won't take long. Okay, so first things first, if you're not yet signed up for it, we have a sign-up sheet to get onto our mailing list. So if you're ever, not on Facebook or not using social media or whatever, or are liable to miss something on social media, sign up for our mailing list, and we'll send out things like our GAAs and actions you can take online and stuff like that. info about bigger events will all go to email. So do sign up for that email list. We've got it over here. Just drop your name and email address. Some of the resources we have for you to distribute in Niagara on the Lake are, we just created these little handbills called What's Wrong with Horse-Drawn Carriages. A lot of people don't know these few simple points that are on this handbill, so it's a really good way to reach people quickly. This has been a couple weeks in the making, so we've been going through some trial and error. I find it's better to engage people if you can. If you're going to have a conversation, that's always better. But if somebody's just in a rush, doesn't want to chat with you, but clearly doesn't get it, you can just hand them one of these. They may or may not take it. We'll distribute them to everybody who wants them in Niagara on the Lake. When you're done, or our demo's done, we just ask that you return any you haven't used, just because it saves paper. You can use them again next time. The ones I distributed to all of you are for you to keep. So these, as Liz said, just outline the hashtags we really like you to be using incessantly, especially over this busy season. Use these hashtags as much as you can. Post about the carriages, make your voice heard online. We are being followed, finally, on social media by some regional councillors, so we have their attention. So it's really, really important that we're tagging Banned Horse Carriages Niagara so that they can see what people are saying, what we're saying and what people are saying about us, and that we're just producing a ton of content, right? And we can't do that on our own. It needs to be a collective effort. So we're hoping that everybody will really commit to sort of sharing content or creating content, and these give you the best ways to do that. We've also created, this is another thing that your generous donations to our GoFundMe paid for. We've created these little handout business cards with our cool logo on the back. They just contain our QR code for our petition, as well as some hashtags that the public can use, and our socials, so where to find us on Facebook and Instagram. These are intended to hand out to the public if they express an interest in supporting us. My rule, I don't like to say rule of thumb, like my general rule for using these is that I'm not stingy or conservative about them, but we don't want to give them out just to anyone and everyone. Use them for people who you think are expressing an interest in supporting us. Like the handbills, do return any you have left in your pocket at the end of the demo to us, just so they don't go to waste. And we'll ultimately have, the next thing that we're working on is sort of similar sized business card type handouts that contain just random regional or town councillors' emails, so that if people are curious, who do I contact, just here's a random email for you, contact them and let them know, because the councils mostly want to hear from locals or tourists, right? So if you're anybody in between, they kind of don't want to hear from you, but tourists especially are the people who giving these emails to could have a big impact for. So those are sort of the information and resources that we have available to you. We also, for the first time, are going to have a table set up with like a sandwich board saying take action here. And so we're going to be set up in Niagara on the Lake to really get people's attention, giving out some of this info, having conversations, giving a pin if people want to sport one, are brave enough to sport one in that town, I don't know, but people have access for these on the street, so it's a really cool feeling. So we'll be set up a little differently this time. A couple of tips for interacting with the public specifically. Wherever you can, request video statements and then send those to either Liz or Rune. I find the public, especially tourists, are very eager to speak up about this issue, and so we've taken to recording or filming their
testimonials.
Their testimonials, yeah. Just about why they oppose horse carriages, and then we post those all over social. So those will be a lot of our content in the upcoming months, but hopefully not much longer than that, because hopefully it'll be good.
Yeah, free by 2023.
So do get testimonials if you can, and do send them to Liz or Rune once you've made them, when the demo's over or whatever. We also have QR codes on the back of all of our signs. So we've taped a QR code to our petition. So if you're having a great conversation and somebody says, how can I help? You might want to give them one of these business cards. You might want to just flip your sign around and say, sign our petition right here and now. There's a lot of ways to go about it. We also ask, I know this is a controversial subject among the general public, but also among activists. We ask that folks either at demos or when posting about our demos refrain from using those really triggering words like slave and Holocaust and stuff like that. I know that people who have an opinion on this tend to have a strong one, and this isn't about my opinion or even our opinion. Personally, I think everybody's free to make their own choices, but as a campaign, we really want to make sure that when we're talking or when we're being talked about, we're very respectful and very conservative in our language, just because every little thing will come back to bite us if it can. So make sure that we're being as respectful as we can. And then there's a couple of safety tips that I think we should all know about. So for some of you, this will be a refresher. For some of you, it's just common sense. One of the big things that we ask is that people do not engage with children. Sometimes a child will come up and ask you a question, and you can ask their parents, is it okay if I answer their question or whatever? But you know, your children aren't your target audience. Let's put it that way. So our opposition has been known to spew this rhetoric that we're all pedophiles, and you know, we treat children inappropriately, we solicit children for illegitimate use, things like that. So we just, first of all, don't want to intimidate children, because children can seem interested and then be really intimidated all at once. But also don't want to feed into that false narrative at all. So just best if we can avoid it. Or if a child's asking you a question, I just like to ask the parents, is it okay if I answer their question? Just to be respectful. We also ask that you don't engage with carriage drivers or passengers or opposition. They film everything and put a spin on everything, and realistically they're not who we're there for, right? We're there for the horses. So you may hear some rude comments, you may hear negative comments, but just do your best to just ignore and smile, and just keep it as positive as you can, and not engaging with any of those folks who are really trying to intimidate you. We also ask that we don't yell at anybody on carriages. I know that some people use that strategy, and it's a personal choice, but our preference is not to be, you know, yelling shame or whatever as a carriage goes by full of passengers. Yeah, so we prefer that we just, you know, passengers are typically just doing their own thing. They're not usually like our opposition. They don't see our point of view yet, but they're not our opposition, and we don't really have to handle them in any particular way. They're usually just doing that, right? So just ignore them, don't engage with them. Some of them will give you the finger or film you or laugh really hard because they're taking a carriage ride, and that's hilarious, but we just ignore. Yeah, don't get triggered. I guess that's the way to sum up all of this, if you can avoid it. We also ask that nobody touch the horses or the carriages. You are very welcome and very allowed to film the horses, the carriages, the carriage drivers. Avoid filming children if you can, but sometimes it's incidental and that's not a huge priority. It will be obvious from your video footage that you're not trying to like make a child-related video here, you know, so you can film, but we just ask that you don't touch or really address the horses, don't touch the carriages, don't get too close to the horses, because of course we want to respect their space and their boundaries, and very often we're the only people in their presence who are doing that, so let's make sure we're showing them as much respect as we possibly can. Don't speak to police. If police approach you, find Liz or myself, and we as organizers are in the position to be that contact person between the group and the NRP. Don't speak with the media, same deal. If media approaches you, come find Liz or I. We have our usual verbatim sort of verbiage that we use, and we know exactly what to say to make sure that we're not putting our feet in our mouths, which we don't expect any of you would do, but I know under pressure, or you know, depending who the reporter is, it can feel uncomfortable. So just bring them toward Liz or I. Do not speak to bylaw officers. I think it's worth noting for everybody's safety, you are under no legal obligation to identify yourself to a bylaw officer. They'll often come and say, you're violating these bylaws, I'm going to write you a ticket, who are you? And you can tell them, I'm nobody, it's none of your business. You're not police, I'm not detained, I'm not arrested. you don't need to know who I am. So you don't identify yourself to bylaw officers, and you don't identify yourself to police unless you're being detained or arrested, which nobody will be because we're a peaceful protest and we all know the routine. Don't wander off alone is maybe one of our biggest safety tips. This town is very volatile and very hostile toward us. We do get followed to our cars. We do get followed home. Don't put yourself in a dangerous situation. You don't want to wander off alone. We typically have strategies for a safe exit strategy once our demo is over. So we'll deploy all of those strategies at the demo. Just make sure that you're sort of using the buddy system, I guess, while we're in town to the extent possible. There's really nowhere to go. Like, there's no reason to wander off at all, but just do your best to stay put. What's that? Oh yeah, bathroom. Yeah, the bathroom we can point you toward if you're not aware once we arrive. Be ready to film. So if you have your cell phone handy in your pocket or whatever, or if you're wearing a body cam, Liz and I will be wearing body cams, and we'll circulate as much as we can in order to ensure that we have a pretty consistent coverage of all the spaces where our friends are. But make sure that you're prepared with your phone if an incident begins to occur. Even if you think an incident might be beginning to occur, whip out that phone and start filming, because it is the only way that activists have ever been, I don't want to say vindicated, but even believed when they've been assaulted or harassed or followed. The police don't believe us unless we have video footage. So do your best to look out for yourselves and look out for each other in that way. We never call the police, but the carriage drivers often do. So we should expect that police will show up. So just do your best to manage that situation or avoid that situation if you can. And if you've got video footage of something that just happened, come let Liz or I or even Rune know right away, so that if or when the police do show up, we're equipped with the information of what's going on. Just a couple of general notes. Are there any questions about these safety issues before I go on? I think most of you have been with us before, so probably old news. Okay, a couple general notes. The town is really, really desperate to find a way to be able to get an injunction against us in order to prohibit us from, again, exercising our charter protected rights to freedom of speech and freedom of assembly. It really, really bothers them that we have those rights and that those rights are protected. And so they'll try everything they can to trample on them. And one of the ways they've proposed for doing this is to seek an injunction against us as protesters that prohibits us from being in this public space at all. So make sure that we're not, number one, make sure that we all understand that we are, sporting these Ban Horse Carriage Niagara pins, and we'll have some Ban Horse Carriages Niagara merchandise, but we as individuals are not Ban Horse Carriages Niagara. So this is our media outlet. So Ban Horse Carriages Niagara is where you find us on socials and how you connect with us, and they're a group who is willing to disseminate our information, and that's fantastic, but we are not them. We are here as individuals and not as a group, and the reason that's important is because good luck getting an injunction against every single one of us individually, right? It's a lot harder than getting an injunction against Ban Horse Carriages Niagara. So it's important, we all know this, but it's important that we don't slip up when we express ourselves about who BHCN are, and say things like, oh, we think that, or whatever, right? Because we're all here as individuals. We're not this group. This group is not active on site at our demos. We feed them our videos and they post them for us. And so that's important to be aware of. Also, I'll just sort of echo what Liz said. Don't know where she went.
She's right here.
Make sure that you are following us on Ban Horse Carriages Niagara, Instagram and Facebook. We're doing really, really well on Instagram for support. I feel like whenever I tune into Instagram, I see mostly supporters and supportive comments, but on Facebook we do get a lot of trolling and a lot of negativity, and so we're really, really hoping that everybody can assist us in taking control of that narrative and really making sure that when people come to our page who may be completely neutral or maybe wanting to educate themselves, the only thing they see isn't a bunch of garbage about how awesome horse carriages are and how terrible protesters are. So help us take back control of that narrative and join us there. Yeah, do you have a question? Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I agree with what she just said 100%. I see it when you guys are sharing because Sam shared it, because Liz shared it. I never see it from Justice for Horses or from ban horse-drawn carriages. So
people who would post and share, and then that's how you'll see it first.
Okay, that's good to know. So if anybody didn't hear that, the tip is just to make sure that you're friends on Facebook with a lot of the people who are sharing information with BHCN, right? So Liz often shares some information, I often share them information. If you're friends with us on Facebook, you'll get notifications of our content, and then you're a lot less likely to miss it. Because we really, we get, sorry.
Mark it as C first. This
Oh.
friendship thing, you can mark as C first.
Okay.
oh,
Push you to the front part, you see.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so mark us as C first, and then you won't miss anything by us. So if you are friends with Liz or I or anyone who shares on that page, just mark us as C first, and then you'll always get notifications for our posts.
Is that in the little 3 dots somewhere?
Yeah, I think so. I'll tell
Ina, do you know if it's in the little 3 dots that just says like see first or something like that?
I'll send you screenshots.
Oh, it's
Okay.
together.
That'd be
Oh,
great.
yeah, okay, great.
Oh, no.
Okay, so I think that's about it. Does anybody have questions
What's up,
or
Tom?
concerns?
Everything okay?
Everyone's been in Niagara
I
on the
was
Lake
just like,
before,
where did I
right?
put this thing? And I didn't have my mom bend me over.
Okay,
Oh, okay,
awesome.
okay. You're
So,
so cute.
next step, I guess, is from here we'll go do our banner job at the Thoroldstone overpass. Hang out there until I guess we feel done hanging out there, and then we'll head to Niagara on the Lake.
We're gonna get a group photo with the banner here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we do a 1, 2, 3 ban horse-drawn carriages?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2. Sorry. Wait. Sorry. 1, 2, 3.
Ban horse-drawn carriages!
Again.
Ban horse-drawn carriages!
One more time.
Ban horse-drawn carriages! Woo! Yeah, fuck yeah. This is excellent. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. We good?
We're good, we're good.
Yeah, okay. All right, now to the highway.
To the banner drop. Brah, brah.
Kind of lost some.
Okay. I think there was quite a big group of people there. No, I don't think we lost anyone. I don't know. That's my wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. I love your shirt, by the way.
Thank you very much.
I'm just gonna get the writing of that at the same time. Prisons
Yeah.
do not disappear social problems, they disappear human beings. So well said. Our system is broken. It's not about trying to put bad humans into prison. These humans, the only reason they become bad is because of what we've done to them.
Yeah, exactly. It's from the website, Forgive Everyone Collective.
I think I followed it. You post a lot about that, John, and
thank you.
I've watched like the documentaries that you say and things like that because it's I want to learn, right? Like there's a lot of things sometimes you don't necessarily think about until it's presented to you.
Yes.
And then you're like, wow, like, and I know like I went to juvie when I was a kid and stuff, and like I know what it's like to be a part of the system. And I know that the system sometimes really fails you. Like I was so lucky that after a while I met an educator that was like an alcoholic in the past, and he had done AAs, and he had brought me to like intensive weekends and had showed me kind of how to heal myself and how to help myself from addictions and things like that. And so I was willing to follow in his footsteps. But initially I had all these educators that were fresh out of university that, you know, I made this ashtray that had a weed leaf in it. And one of the educators passed by and she goes, oh, that's so pretty, blah, 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 blah. And the whole time not even knowing it was a marijuana leaf, right?
Oh, okay.
And like, I'm 16 years old, like I used to smoke so much weed back then, whatever.
Yep.
And then next thing you know, he comes by and he goes, you're not allowed to draw that. And I go, why? She just said it was a super beautiful plant and flower. And then he goes, well, we both know that it's a marijuana leaf. And I'm like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. She just said it was an awesome flower. Anyway, long story short, he was able to gain kind of like my trust through different ways of like showing me that like he knew better. He knew better. Whereas all the other educators, they made me feel like I knew more, I had more life experience than them.
Okay.
So it's like, how can you be telling me what to do when you don't even know what you're talking about?
Yeah,
right?
Guidance when you're young like that. Like,
Oh God, oh my God, yes. And you think you know it all, right?
yeah, exactly.
So that's it. You're already like super pretentious, super like I know everything, whatever. And then you have someone that's coming and trying to, you know, tell you that they know better, but you feel like you actually have lived more than they have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas my 56-year-old educator then, he had lived a life and he was talking from experience. So I learned very quickly that being able to relate to people through experience is huge. It's huge. It's huge. And systems fail you if you don't get on the right person, right? Like, I was lucky that I had Renee that showed up in my life. Otherwise, that system would have failed me. I would have left juvie because I was of age and because it would have been time, not because I would have learned anything. And because I kept, oh my God, it taught me so much on how to break rules even more when I was there. Because you have to find ways. Right? It's so interesting, and it's the same for prison.
Speaking of marijuana, have you heard of what Sha'Carri Richards say?
What do you say?
Following that lies. You're so sad. The video of her running went viral. Like, she's an amazing runner. She's 5'1".
Okay.
And she's the fastest woman in America. She's 21 years old.
Wow.
And she was so excited. It was her lifelong dream to go to the Olympics.
Yeah.
And so she qualified to go to Tokyo.
Yeah.
But then she got caught with the drug testing because her mother died like the week before the big run.
Wow.
And so she was smoking some marijuana just to cope.
Yeah.
And now she can't go to the Olympics. She's disqualified.
Oh my God.
That's cruel, right?
That's
Absolutely.
extremely, it's medical. Like, are you kidding? It's legal and medical?
Yeah.
And someone, hopefully.
Marijuana is not an enhancer.
No, it's not.
It actually
It helps. That's why I consume it.
calms you down.
Yes,
It
because I'm
calms-
so
you
like,
know, it
shh.
makes- So then how can they call it illegal? Because she's not trying to run faster.
Yeah. How's it going?
Good. Can you see if we're doing this right?
Yeah, it's just gonna be once you're doing. Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. What they're doing is perfect. We just need to start. Just pull on it a bit. Yeah, we might want. We could potentially put the rope through here if we really wanted to, but if we have enough people to just hold it. Like, we don't need to make it too crazy, and we're not.
I'm just gonna hold this.
You what? No, keep it there. I was just saying we're enough people right now to be holding it. Like, we don't need to think of wrapping the rope up too much because it's just gonna make more work for us. We're better off just spreading apart and holding it like up and down. There's gonna be the corner ones like we've done in the past, Sabrina. Just like the corner and then down, right?
I'm still gonna tie it in.
Yeah, we're still tying it. Yeah, we're still tying it. Yeah.
No, I mean like even when you guys are holding it, just
Yeah.
like so if it falls,
Yeah.
that could cause an accident.
Sabrina, pull on it a bit more so that it's like tight.
That's what we
Yeah, the rope and everything. Yeah, it's good. And you have it pretty tight here too. Pull it out. Okay, let's do it.
Do we need any budget?
Do you want to do it?
For safety or no?
Right now, no. I think it's going to be more about just having one person on each end holding the side and the bottom. We're going to have to go over the ramp a little bit, right? Like we've done in the past. Like not over the ramp, but you, Sabrina, you know how to do the side, right? Yeah. Can you hold this for me, please? Sure. Thank you so much. If you do that, you could actually see what you're capturing. Do you see it?
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it.
Anybody that wants to live stream, you can follow the little right here. Take photos with me. You can alternate who wants it. And then everyone at the top needs to wave at the people. Draw some attention. There you go. Draw attention. Draw attention. That's how we get them to look and conquer, right? And look, people wave, but they don't honk. They don't honk. I know. It's a little long for them.
Yeah. It's actually working though. Oh, the bus.
I love when buses honk at any of my actors. I don't know why, I just feel like it represents so many more people. Even though it's not that this is the program.
To an event in Toronto, but it got canceled. No, I created that event because the other event.
Because you have to be careful that nothing drops to the bottom. That'll be the end of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Not worth it.
Truth.
People read the top line.
And then, what do you think about putting a bungee jump on both of those and pulling it on each side?
Yeah, don't lean over. Something fell. Was this yours?
No, but I put it in my bag.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know. I thought it fell from you as you were walking by. Oops. Is it yours? No. It's just random garbage I picked up?
You gave Trevor random. Here, have this garbage.
Don't say I never gave you anything. That's just how I roll. Well, that's the thing, yeah. That's why I thought it was you, and I thought, okay, well, he won't want that. I wonder how many of those people that are honking actually agree with the sign, okay, well, this is honking. They don't even know what they're honking for. Well, that's what I wonder when the sign is up. How many are honking because there's a bunch of people out here fighting for something, or because they actually believe in the sentiments on the sign? Because I know when I go underneath a banner drop, I honk. Because I don't necessarily able to read the sign. I just like the fact that people are standing up for something, right? So there's that. I know, it's like, we don't even know why, we're just doing it.
If I could be just going south because he's still new, and he came to this one without Brooklyn by himself, and he's still a bit nervous, like being around people that know, so I feel like he could still like, get to know better. Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
You okay? Yeah. Are they figuring it out? Let's go with it. Oh, I see what they're doing. Right, I see what they're doing. Right, they're gonna try to hold it so that there's a.
Okay, no, you're gonna have to pull it over there, like
this way. This way.
It's the bottom, right?
Yeah. Yeah, if you lift it up, it's got to be kind of angled.
Yeah.
But hold it, but on an angle, and at least you'll get some. You'll get some.
Is it working for you guys, the bungee?
So helping a little bit, maybe. Man. Oh, there you go, maybe. So many people agreeing. Yay! Yay! I love everybody. want to take over this thing? I don't really know it.
Is this who's this?
Michelle's.
Okay.
You just have to pop it and it'll...
Well, maybe Michelle. Hey, Michelle. Do you want me to take over for you? And
if you want,
yeah,
to do
kind of. Yeah, I'm done with my stuff, so I can take over if this is hard for you. So relatively.
Sure. Awesome. Okay, that. Nice. Got some pros over here. We've got some good reactions from the public. The public is nice and happy. They all want to ban, yes, they all want to ban horse-drawn carriages like us. There's lots of support happening. And with reason, right? Of course there's support happening. Like, why are we continuing this practice? It makes no sense. I was gonna let you do it. It's just because she brought me my GoPro, so I was like, oh, perfect. Go in. I was like, John just asked me, and then I let Liz go in, right?
There are cameras, small cameras like that. There are VR cameras.
I have that. Oh, no, I don't have the virtual reality. No.
Oh, okay.
I wish, but you know what? I've been accumulating a lot of $5 bills to make people watch the VR.
Oh, okay.
$5 if you watch this. $5 if you watch this. Like, that was my next plan.
Only my mom and dad that happened to.
That's mine, eh? Okay, phew. Phew. How are we holding up out here? I'm gonna go do a little live there too. All right, we are out on Niagara on the Lake right now, and we've got the banner here off on the QEW. Tons of encouragement, tons of people are honking, are encouraging this right now, because horse-drawn carriages are cruel and unjust, and we want to ban the horse carriages in Niagara. It is so clear that this is the next step to take. Like, I mean, it's one of those things that we can easily ban, right? Like, these horses belong in green pastures. They do not belong on pavement. They do not belong in the middle of the streets. They do not belong exploited and being used and abused for profit and for money. So a lot of people are agreeing, everyone's honking, everyone's saying, like, absolutely, this is ridiculous. You know, we have a lot of tourists in the Niagara region that constantly leave comments and that do testimonials, and yeah, right? Like, I know, and in Woodstock, Ontario, they do them every winter. Oh my God, that's crazy. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Like, we need to ban this everywhere, right? Everywhere in Ontario, in Canada. It's been banned in a lot of cities and countries, so it's like, we need to get this done, right? It's just about time that this goes. So please help us, sign the petition online, like, take action so that we can get those horses off the streets and safely into sanctuaries, which is the end goal after all. And of course, to have it banned in all cities, all countries, just like every possible way that we choose to exploit animals. So please do what you can. I know that you can. All right, thank you. All right, so this is round 3 of today. We went to the Billboard, we did the banner drop, and now we are downtown Niagara on the Lake at the demo to make it a point to really ban horse-drawn carriages. We're at all the corners here, which is great stuff because they've banned it in a whole bunch of places. Hey, nice little setup.
So we got Nina here. These always have somebody sitting here. Like, I'm not saying you, just somebody needs to be always guarding.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm gonna use the washroom soon, but I can stay here because I
know
could
what?
even with Julie. Look, we could hold the banner right in front of it. That'd be perfect.
So, if they want to, yeah, you can look on the back, and the petition is here on this one. Okay.
Okay, let's.
And there's a paper petition. Which one do I have to sign?
You want to give him a pen right there?
Yes.
Sign the petition?
Absolutely.
Right here. And you can read over it if you'd like as well. Thank you so much.
No worries. So we've got people on every corner, and we're wanting to guide people here to make their vote count, because at the end of the day, things only change when people get on board. It's not by having 3 people that want to change something that anything's going to happen. It's by having the masses. So we need to get these people to show and demonstrate that they're on our side in order for us to ban horse-drawn carriages. I need to go to the washroom first, like really bad. And then we could hold that right here and kind of hold the table and make sure that nothing disappears and incite people to come and sign.
So if we move the horses, do we go near the horses or just stay at this prime spot here?
We've done both, but I feel like today this is a good location. You know, on a busy weekend, we'll get a lot more traffic here than anywhere you might have moved the horses. So
Make a suggestion.
yeah.
Would you like to help save horses by just scanning? 60 seconds.
You think we could get 10 seconds of your time? Just start with signatures? 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Ah, sorry, doesn't do it.
Yeah, we did that a lot last time. We were just moving to different locations, like here where it's busiest and then wherever they were. But I don't know where they are. Do you know where they are?
10 seconds of your time just to sign the
But they don't want to be on film.
Is that for real?
The pedal pub? Yeah.
We really appreciate that, you guys. Have a great day.
Okay, so I can't send. Hey you guys, we just need like 10 seconds of your time so we can ban horse-drawn carriages, so we can help them transition to electric and pedal instead. I like horses, right? We like horses too. They belong in pastures, not in the streets.
Is there a drugstore around here somewhere? Or somewhere I get a battery?
That's because you're not
Oh, good
Maybe like
question.
a watch battery.
Michelle, do you know if there's a
Is there a
drugstore
drugstore
nearby?
like an IDA or a...
I have no idea, but I do know you could sign a petition to ban horse carriages. That'd be awesome. We're trying to help them transition to.
You're very good. I need a battery.
You need a battery? I need a signature. You need a battery? I need a signature. I swear to God, while you do that, I'll look on my phone to see where the nearest pharmacy is.
There you go, fair trade.
Right?
I feel like
What's
there's
your
one.
name?
Michelle.
You're good at this.
Thank you. Okay, so maps, Google Maps. You're looking for what? Shoppers?
Shoppers, IDA.
Shoppers Drug Mart. The closest one seems to be 2.2 kilometers in Garrison Village Drive.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where that is. Do you guys know? Garrison Village Drive. It's
There's got to be something in
Yeah,
this.
I feel
in
like,
this thing.
isn't there something on this side?
Oh, right. Pharmacy and see what happens.
Right?
Pharmacy.
You're not gonna find it, and you got my signature.
Oh, now look at that. I did freaking awesome. That was the best exchange ever.
Wow.
He goes, not for me.
Not for me. I'll just go take a walk down.
Well,
I feel like there is something up there, but I'm not
Thank
100%.
you, Jeff. I appreciate that.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you. Have a good day. Oh, you look like the crew that's going to take 15 seconds of your time to sign for us.
Sorry.
Oh, we want to help them transition to electric carriages and pedal carriages instead of exploiting horses.
Lots of people will help you. Thank you.
Oh, but we need everyone to help us, though.
Have a good one.
You too. Fucking hate excuses.
I need to stop smiling for somebody else will.
I know.
Someone else will save the world.
Oh yes, you girls look like you're going to take 15 seconds of your time to sign
Save
so we can get them
horses.
to transition
Save
to
horses.
electric carriages and pedal carriages. Come on. We need
There's
everyone.
an older gentleman in the subway.
Yeah, electric or pedal. Because pedal will allow people to exercise.
Electrical, no.
No?
Why do you say
How
that?
come?
For fun. No? Do you have a reasoning though? Because we need reasoning. So we need like justifications.
I can write it for you and you can give it to me.
Oh yeah?
Of course, why not? You know the difference between Tesla and Edison?
No, I don't. I don't own any of those cars. I don't.
One actually invented electricity, the other one stole it.
Who stole it?
Tesla.
No. Tesla invented all the electronic that you see today. All the
Okay.
electricals.
And Edison stole it?
Westinghouse had the money. They went with Edison.
Thank you so much. Have a great
Oh,
day.
I got it backwards. You
They
were right.
went with Edison because Westinghouse had all the money.
Right.
Just a few seconds of your time so we can
Destroyed it.
I did. I got it backwards. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
What we like them to be pastures, not in the streets, right? Not being exploited.
90%
Yeah,
of the
that's
electric
it.
you see, they are working on a battery that is going to go charge from Edison. Not with the solar. We don't even need those.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why I'm against it. I
Oh,
apologize.
totally okay. But what about the pedal ones? The pedal ones are okay,
I
right?
told her, exactly.
Yeah,
I told her my
Because there
idea
are
right
cities
away.
that do pedals. Yeah. Right?
Pedals?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I go to the
No, I totally understand. Do you want to do that?
What is he talking about? What he's signing right now, actually, he's being a part of a positive history, and
I'm
he's
just gonna
helping
move
us
further from this
get
is
rid
just
of
closer
the horse-drawn carriages. So look at this. Look at
Yeah.
this pedal
Start
thing
for a
going
minute, I
on.
can do that.
It's more along those lines. We want people to like pedal for exercise and get to explore the city, but we don't want to exploit the horses, right? So your father's actually helping us today. Boom! Like a pro. And you're going to be helping us in the future too. I can see it. I can see it in your eyes.
Thank you so much for the conversation.
Thank you so much.
You
Yes.
have a great
Have
day.
a wonderful day. I know you guys are going to take 10 to 15 seconds just to sign a petition. But we don't, sorry doesn't do anything for the animals though, right?
I'm manning an empty table.
Hey, do we know where there's an optometrist to help fix his glasses?
Oh,
Your optician? Here's from the street?
I don't know one. Where's Michelle with her phone? She just looked up a pharmacy for someone else.
I'm doing that.
He's
Okay.
gonna start looking if you want to put your signature.
So what are we signing for? What is?
We are trying to ban horse-drawn carriages in the.
How do you feel about horse show?
What?
Have you thought about it?
What he said?
My
These
parents
people are
would
so
be-
I was like, you're right, just sign them.
I know we're going to get 10 to 15 seconds of your time to already? Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of this positive history.
And it's just so
Are they being fed?
Yes, but if you were pulling humans for 10 hours a day and
Yeah,
how would you feel
might
about
catch up with you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know what you're doing.
you know. I'm sure a horse would rather spend their days in pasture.
Oh, I moved it.
I was
just
wondering.
because it was here and I was
Yeah.
like,
That's totally my
like,
style,
nobody's paying
leaving my
attention
stuff
and
all over the
swipe
place,
it.
not even
So I just
realizing.
moved it in front, just
Do you know if there's an optometrist or glasses place around here?
I don't know. I don't really know much about this town.
Yeah. me neither.
But what happened to your glasses?
Thank you.
What happened to your glasses? What's wrong with them?
Oh, one of these is it's loose,
Oh,
but you have like this.
Little
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
you need a
I
special.
wonder if maybe even a sunglasses place or something.
Yeah, sunglasses place.
But they'll need the.
But then you might have to go to
sign our petition.
might have to go to St. Catherine's for that.
Yeah, it's showing me St. Catherine's.
You might have to go to St. Catherine's for that because there's not a lot of places here.
Would you folks like to sign your glasses?
Well, some of us are from Toronto, some of us are from Billboard. She's from Hillsville.
You've come a long way, eh?
Yeah.
Wow. Don't they do this also in Oakland? The horse,
Not for horses. There's a lot of anti-horse
Oh, that's the outlet mall. That's not the outlet. Yeah, it's hard to find little conveniences in a small town like this sometimes. Yeah. They're very good if you want to like buy trendy things.
I hope it works out for you guys.
Thanks so much.
like to take 2 seconds to scan this petition? Thank you. 2 seconds is all it takes to scan this and sign a petition. Help Safe Horses. Is that what a bylaw officer looks like?
Yeah. Pardon?
Bylaw.
Yeah, I saw NRT go by like as soon as we got here.
Yeah.
I'm still, somebody definitely.
Yeah.
I'm almost prepared not to tell my board.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
So who?
Oh, well, just the police. Oh. We think the police might have leaked to our opposition.
100%.
Yeah.
I got followed here.
Yeah.
What's that?
I got followed here almost all the way.
Really? Shit. Whoa.
He was like speeding behind like 2 other cars just to get to me. And it's like, oh my gosh. You've met your match, friend.
Yeah.
My car goes 0 to 106 seconds. You're gonna lose.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose your Ford Explorer, friend. You're gonna lose.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of fun. That car for a reason. That's the version of the car.
Oh, sweet.
Except I got the sport version because it was used and I got it for a cheaper price. 2 seconds, folks. 2 seconds to scan this petition. I wanted to ask you where you're from. Twice. I asked you twice. They think my rotor is going up. But we're doing excellent.
Yes. How are people, are they pretty responsive over here? Or?
I'd say like it's a 50-50.
Yeah.
Depends. If it's Michelle, it's a yes. I just said like if I ever really need like a good salesperson, I'm gonna just hire Michelle. Oh
Yeah,
my
I know.
God.
She loves to talk to people.
But she's good.
Which is good, 'cause I hate talking.
Just the way that she does it is just excellent. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, like most people are saying yes to her, which
Yeah.
is good. You're getting a lot of yeses. Great job. That's a good
What a
job.
waste of my breath. All these guys, I could have gotten all of them to sign it, and they're just being
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's like,
I haven't done enough research. What kind of research do you need? I literally laid it all out.
yeah,
What more
I
do
know.
you
Those
need?
people are never going to be convinced, eh? Absolutely.
We focus on the people who do want to make change.
Yeah.
Because somebody like me would have passed by you a while back, 3 years ago, would have
Yeah.
been like crazy marketers, and then I would have walked away.
Yeah.
And then 3 years later, I'm out on the street on the corner with you, turning tricks. I'm joking, turning petitions.
You know,
Yeah.
do you want to make a statement that I could put on Instagram?
Yes,
Thank you.
but it should be better practice first.
Okay,
because
yeah.
I will study
Come up with
the
something that you want to
things.
say. Or, yeah. And then I'll film you. And
You folks like to take 2 seconds to help Safe Horses. Takes literally 2 seconds. I'm into it.
why are the bylaws just across the street? Like, I would expect they would show up here.
I think we need more petition papers. I feel empty inside. I feel like people get discouraged with this because more people are old and not technological, sadly. I need to stop smiling, like for real, because I smiled too much. My cheeks hurt. Ooh. There you go. Julie's got it. I'm hungry. And then I'm gonna get hangry.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Have you met a hangry?
I have, do you want some,
No, absolutely not. Keep your food.
No, like, I'm not even that hungry. I just brought it just in case.
No, when I eat, like, I'll go and, like,
I've got, like, a
actually eat, you know?
pasta salad, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Do you want
I'm
some?
gonna cook the whole
You're not
thing.
like,
Here, have some of this.
you sure you don't
Yeah.
mind?
Yeah, no.
I won't eat the whole
No.
thing, obviously.
No, here.
Thank
You're
you.
hungry, that's what it's here for.
You're not hungry?
What's up, it's okay. When I eat, like, I'll actually, like, eat. How's it going?
Are you sure you don't mind, Lizzie?
No. I'm mostly good. Like, I thought I would be super hungry, but I'm okay for that.
So a girl who came, who wanted to help, she's like, I want to get involved. She's from Hamilton, so she's not far-ish,
Yeah.
right? We noticed afterwards that her shirt said herbivore.
Oh,
It makes sense.
she's an ally.
You've come to the right
Man.
place, lady.
Did we give her a card?
I gave her a card and the whole thing because she wants more information. Would you folks like to take 2 seconds to help sign this petition? Thank you. Please, 2 seconds to sign the petition, folks. 2 seconds. Help make change.
I don't mind if people don't want to sign, but like I hate when they don't even let you finish your sentence
I
before
know.
they're saying no.
I know.
You can scan or you can sign. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Well, bylaws just chilling across. Oh, no,
I'm gonna go ask him to sign the petition.
God,
Oh God.
Oh my gosh.
Videotape that.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, exactly. But like last time we mentioned that before we tried to say, you know, like we have to get and then they just walk
We all
away.
love horses, and they all belong
They
in
don't know their
castles, not in the streets, right? Like not in traffic, not with all these noises, not with dogs barking at them, not with people all around them.
Okay, where are we going?
I have another idea. We hire an Elvis.
A what?
We hire an Elvis.
That'd be
He sits
amazing.
here. Wait a second. Only one of us can. I have something big. I forgot. We hire him. Just sign away to see Elvis work for free. You can petition.
You could use just 10 seconds of petition.
Sorry, I can't hear over this. So what's saying?
Do you think anybody from the group could have leaked?
Could what?
Could have leaked?
Oh, I don't know. Sorry, that took me way too long to process.
Are your people like vetted? Well, are your people vetted?
Better?
Yeah.
Like for the...
Yeah. Would you folks like to take 2 seconds to help scan us and help save horses? Help save horses. I think she really wanted to. Aww. But she's looking like... Aww. I'm saying to like vet, to like do some background checks, stuff like that.
Yeah, for what you're here?
To ensure that it's not like I can do like a little bit too new in acre to
transition to electric
no,
or pedal.
I think whenever
I know you are.
people, we are very cautious.
Because I did, like, I went
Okay,
through a lot
perfect.
of drama because I was just like into stuff and people didn't know who I was. So it does help to,
You're right in my camera.
to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
What's up? I had it that way, and then I'm like, I'm staying
Oh my
on
gosh,
this
I-
side because I'm getting this traffic instead.
I was gonna tell you because we like it fell over and then we put it back and I didn't know if it was pointing a specific way, but you turned it around, so
Yeah.
it's
So
fine
I
now.
think
Okay.
it's
Okay, I didn't know it was on. I'm just like,
I think it's
going.
Okay, good. I love mine.
So if you want, if you don't have very many people here, I'd like to offer something because I'm down here. I won't be down here every single time. We'll do the order. The pizza for everybody.
That's so sweet.
Like, you don't need to explain more than
Anyway, before I
Oh shit. Fuck, I'm sorry.
what's wrong?
I just spilled this everywhere.
It's okay, it's just Gatorade. Not a big deal.
I wonder where we would get it from now.
What's that?
I wonder where it's from now.
Probably needs exist for a reason.
Yeah, maybe see what Luke thinks. Because I don't know if she might feel like we're kind of too busy doing too many things. But, and we do often go out to eat after. So that's an option too. So,
I paid till 5:30 because I figured maybe somebody would want to clean up and stuff like that.
yeah.
I can go pay more. I just gotta go up my
Oh,
fat ass
that's-
to Wellington.
What time is it? You know?
I shut off my phone just to help it survive. Julie, do you have a phone on you? Yes, I do. What time will it be? Yeah, compassion's a good thing. I just need to sign everybody from you. What do you need? Oh, I just want to know the time.
Oh, it's 4:18.
4:18. I shut off my phone just to
Yeah.
keep it charged.
I'm almost out of batteries.
Do you have a charger for it? No, you know what charger is I want to because you have an iPhone. Yeah, so you plug it in. Sadly, I'm the Android game. You should also move to Signal.
Oh yeah, we should. Yeah. For
I
like,
don't do anything anymore. I have to hear messages. Like, too much shit to
Yeah.
Right. Would you folks like to take 2 seconds to scan this and help save horses?
Sorry, we've got to get.
Not a problem.
No worries.
She's so cute. Oh, so small.
2 video statements.
What's that?
Sweet, yeah.
What's that?
2 video statements so far.
Oh, good.
They were from, or she was from Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh. Very good, very good.
Oh no, we're behind the sign.
Oh, do you want me to put it back in here? Or?
Yeah, actually, yeah, maybe just keep it there.
Thanks so much.
I'm going to go need to grab one of the papers and just have both options here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we should put more of those, I think, eh?
Too much. Okay. I was going to ask you if you maybe sat on this or if it's...
Oh, sorry.
I think I have a stolen pen from work.
Awesome.
I didn't leave empty-handed.
The best kind of pen.
Would you folks like to help scan or sign a petition to help save horses? Thanks so much. I do think we need to keep it compassionately.
Yeah.
He had just come back from one of the rides on the carriage, and I said, okay, let's have a conversation around it. I said, why did you do it? He said, for the kids. I said, and do you think if the kids knew how those horses were being treated, what they were going through, how much fear they're experiencing, do you think they would have wanted to do that? And he said, I said, they wanted to just see the horses, right? They wanted to spend time with the horses. He goes, yeah. And I go, I know, sometimes we do things without realizing the impact, right?
Yeah.
But we could have seen those horses in a natural habitat and not on the streets. He's like, okay, maybe I'll sign tomorrow.
Oh, geez.
Michelle, if anybody is like not willing to sign right now, they can take one of these too and sign later.
Okay.
So I'll just.
Is there more left?
Yeah, we got in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is it stapled? Yeah.
I got those people to sign for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people.
You did not. I'm telling you this.
That's awesome.
You need to get a VP of sales job.
10-15 seconds of your time to help us.
She has a sales job, but she does.
Oh yeah, her I Love Balance, right?
Yeah.
It's good. She's really good.
Walk away, the horses keep suffering.
Love it.
I always like to say, thanks for having compassion.
But it's not true. They don't
Sarcasm.
even deserve that from me.
Yeah. Even the sarcasm is too different.
I give out sarcasm in spades. Yeah. I give extra sides of sarcasm if you're interested.
Sorry, electric or charges? Please, we're really trying to get the horse off the streets, but we need everyone's help.
There you go, baby.
Thank you so much. Oh, sorry. I gave you the wrong one. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, they're doing the same in Europe. Like I'm from Poland, they do it in Krakow too.
Everywhere in the world, like we're not in 1950 anymore, right?
Yeah.
Like we're in 2021.
And you know what? Like, they don't walk. Why do you have to show it off?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a plus 30 degree, and the poor horses are like, you know, one horse collapsed.
I know.
Every time we come here,
Absolutely, we have so much footage around that. Like how much, and again, like horses being let loose in traffic, going in between cars. I know, it's so heartbreaking.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Oh, that's what you're
I agree. So thank you for taking
So
action.
how many signatures you need?
As many as possible. As many as possible. We have an online petition. We have a physical petition. We're trying to get the regional
I'm
council
gonna
of
check my,
Niagara.
I'm gonna get my daughter on it too.
Yes,
Because
please.
she's
Amazing.
Okay.
What's your
Okay.
name, sorry?
It's Beata.
Beata. That's a very original name.
Thank you so much. Oh, good luck, guys.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Okay, so I literally had him sign the other one because I figured.
I know, I saw that. That was perfect. That's what. Cool. So that's what we were doing with the FERC petitions. I was making everyone hold one.
Yeah.
And if I'm having one person and I'm like waving people down, like come get all the people that are waiting.
Yeah,
like don't.
exactly. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
No, it's a really great idea. So I can get some more.
Because then they're not wasting time. They don't have the excuse of like, oh well, I have to go because this person's going.
Yeah.
We get everyone at the same time. Boom.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's only like really willing people that are gonna stay aside and also sign and all
For
that,
sure.
right?
For sure.
So-
For sure.
Come on, you guys. 10 seconds of your time. We're trying to help them transition to pedal and electric, but we need your help.
What happened to his ears? seconds to help save horses. 2 seconds to stop. Thanks so much.
Did they say they had just pinned his ears?
They got fixed.
Oh, fuck that.
I know what that is.
Hmm?
I know what that is.
Yeah, fuck that. That's
God, sometimes I just
disgusting.
want to punch somebody.
Yeah, and steal their dog for a better life.
I live in Ajax.
Whereabouts?
I'm going so far, nobody's going to see me again. 2 seconds. Yay, thank you.
Awesome.
Here you go. Do you want to, the wonderful lady behind, would you like to sign as well?
We can put it on the table for you if you'd like. Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You can put it right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Yes. Right here, right here, right here. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's fair.
Thank you. Yes. We came prepared,
So
right?
used to it, yeah.
Thank you so
I know.
much. Here you go.
And it's 50 times a day sanitizer.
I
I'm
know.
telling you. But
Can you hand me that? Just the actual thing.
This thing?
Okay, I'm gonna put some sanitizer.
yeah, that's what we're here for.
Oh yes, I
Hey,
love it. Love it,
awesome.
love it. That's keenness right there.
My soul happy.
Yes, we have a whole bunch of stuff for you guys to follow.
I just have to go. Do you want me to
I'll give
open
some
that up for you?
cards.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. You got it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much.
Have a good weekend.
I'm just gonna squeeze my
But we need to go everywhere. We want to stop animal exploitation, right?
The good news is carriage horses are being banned in cities worldwide.
Yeah.
It's a trend, so it's gonna happen everywhere.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's what I kept saying. Is there a Facebook page? And
Yeah.
they're like, just go over to that table. All right, man.
Yeah.
Only people that get bossed around by.
Yeah.
That's a good for purpose for it.
Yeah, 100%. Thank
No,
you
she
so
got
much.
passion, the lady in the blonde there.
Oh yeah.
It's like, just go over to
She's
that table.
Liz's mom, actually.
She's great.
Yeah, she's awesome. She actually came around before we were actually protesting to speak with the owners of the carriages to find out more information to try and like make it amicable, right? And they just gave us the word, like in the sense of like 40-degree heat is when they decide to throw the towel for the horses, right? 40 plus, like we don't even go
we went
outdoors.
from 40, 41 to 42 in 3 different days. Okay.
Yeah, oh, I know.
I go out, but no horses shoot you.
Awesome.
No, I'm glad. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We like looking at them, but I realized that
You do something, Hamilton doesn't have it, so you wouldn't be going in.
It's interesting that you say that. I just want to bring that to your point. So a lot of people, they don't realize, right? It's like the man that I just saw here. He said the only reason they got on the carriage is because he wanted to show the kids. Like the kids wanted to be close to the horses. They didn't want to exploit the horses.
I'm like, I need to go. I can't like keep pushing myself
without realizing the impact that it has, right? They just wanted to show the kids.
See, I took videos and stuff as we walked around, and I was thinking, you know, I didn't want to ruin anybody's time, so I didn't say it out loud. I manifested it.
That was perfect. She was like, he's really wanting to so much.
Thank you.
I will have that just plain every day with ketchup. Like I would have 12 of those. Like I'm just so hungry right
There's
now.
a Costco plant-based, not to make even Costco plant-based protein burger, that's what they call it. It doesn't even say Costco or burger. It just says plant protein burger. I swear to Jesus. It is the best burger I've ever had. And it kind of like borders that look of meat burgers with the lines to it. But I was like, okay, whatever. So I cooked it and I literally just sit there and I just have it by itself. I'm going to lose so much weight.
No, it's too good. I eat way too much of everything.
I am not whole food plant-based in any way.
Yeah, same.
I'm thinking for the end.
I know, me too. I don't care about health right now.
Yeah.
And we can still give you the experience of like right? But without abusing it. So exactly. Good job, guys. Thank you so much. We need people like you to take action, right? And to say like, yes, I'm gonna sign. The more signatures we get, when we approach the Niagara Council, we're showing the support of the people and we're showing that everyone is on the same page. Like it's about time this needs to go. And they're the ones that are deciding to give them the licenses. So they could absolutely revoke those licenses and instead help them transition to pedal and electric instead, right? It's a choice. So, and they're choosing right now to continue exploiting horses rather than make the transition.
And they're being very vocal about it, right?
Thank you so much.
Let me sign. Oh my gosh, absolutely horrific that they still do this.
I know.
People think it's so romantic.
Outdated.
I'm like, are you?
outdated.
My God, what are you doing?
Let them run in the fields.
Oh, it's horrific.
I'm just, I'm recording you signing because thank you so much.
It is absolutely horrific. They need to, like, that just needs to be banned straight away.
Thank you so much. You're
My
absolutely
God,
right.
Majestic animals, just, oh God.
I know.
I know, in traffic and heat.
Oh my God.
And the metal thing in their mouths, that makes me really sick. Like, I actually feel sick.
Honestly, just think, oh yeah, let me take a carriage ride around the city with this poor animal in 40-degree weather. I'm like, oh my God.
It's ridiculous.
Get on your feet and walk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
For our social media, because it really helps to help raise awareness from people who are visiting.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
You can keep your mask on if you want to be anonymous.
Yeah.
We blur out.
If you want to say, if you're comfortable saying your name, if not, just where you're visiting from, and basically whatever you're talking about, why carriages are wrong, or whatever you want to say to the council.
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, I just happened to be passing by. My name is Isadora. I just live north of Toronto. I had to stop because I just find that these carriage rides that people find romantic, I find them absolutely horrific. They need to stop. These majestic animals need to be either in a field enjoying their lives. They need to be just pet and kissed on the nose. No more of this. Please, it needs to stop.
Thank you. Would you be happier to see the town transition to humane alternatives, electric carriages or pedal carriages instead of horse-drawn carriages?
Sure. And if you've got two capable feet, use your feet. Hold hands and have a romantic walk. You don't need to be riding a carriage. Honestly, yes. Yes.
That was perfect ending. I loved it.
Thank you.
So much.
I'm like, oh my God, I could talk for
No, that's
Thanks
perfect.
so much.
Thank you so much. Have a great one. Do you want to follow our campaign on social? Sorry, I just want to give you one of these. If you want to follow what we're doing, we're on social media. So
yes, please. Oh my God.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good one.
I didn't know, right?
I'm supposed to be like attending to this table, but we're probably here. Everyone's out and about. It is awesome.
I think we should start disassembling this table because I think we're going to guest and everybody over there.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Sure. Sounds good. No,
Wow, you guys are on fire.
This
Like,
is
look
great.
how many signatures you guys are getting.
Oh, we switched pads, eh? I'm like, how the hell am I back down to this? I don't understand how this happens.
I looked up and I'm like, where's my scanning code? Like losing faith. Yeah. We just keep grabbing, right? Like we're like, oh my God. You know? Yeah, absolutely. you don't like it, by the way. It'll be more wet. Like this is a ball point.
Oh, okay.
This is an ink point kind of thing, whatever you call
Yeah.
it. So it's up to you to have it, but it just never dries.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So should I?
$3. Well, no, it costs the company $3. I just stole it. It's a whole different thing.
Okay.
Okay. So we're packing like we're real. We're packing away. I'm going to. Can I close this bottle? Oh yeah. How is anybody going to complain about horse carriages being the effect, and then you have people like that? I know. Come on. Okay, so these are we in
Stick this in the bag, Liz. This is
what's
all the leaflets, like all the extras that I printed.
Yeah, sure.
I
Keep it all in one spot.
Yeah, so these are all the what's wrong with horse carriage rides.
I'm gonna keep those on.
Yeah.
We can actually get rid of this, by the way.
Okay, it's finished. This is yours, right, Michelle?
Oh yes, that's fine. Thank you so much. Remind me what your name is. Sorry.
Oh, my name is Tahir.
Tahir Khan.
Yes, Tahir Khan. From
Tahir
Oakville.
Khan from Oakville.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then you said it was going to be called Offbeat probably in the future.
Offbeat Kitchen.
Offbeat
For now,
Kitchen.
we have Offbeat Life, is where you can follow us.
Oh.
And we're just
On Instagram?
On Instagram and YouTube. We have a YouTube channel.
Offbeat Life.
Offbeat. Beat is spelled B-E-T.
I was going to ask,
No
is it
logo.
B-E-E-T
It
or
is, of course,
B-E-A-T?
No, come on now.
Okay, Offbeat. I
Offbeat
love
is done
that.
for sure. We're,
Yes. That's
my
amazing.
wife Anissa.
Oh, amazing.
We're
Hi.
both vegans from Oakville.
Yes.
Sorry, your name
I'm
is?
from Oakville. Michelle.
Michelle?
Yeah.
I'm Julie.
Julie's from Whitby, though.
Okay, cool.
Okay, we need to stay in touch. So I'm gonna
I
phone.
already got his Insta.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She's like, I need to get more signatures.
We'll let you go, Julie.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh, did you? Oh, never mind.
I did, but that's
No, it's on the other page.
I was gonna say they don't know that. Just add it in there. And I'm kidding.
I don't know if I signed though. Actually, I don't think I signed. Ooh, did I give it away something?
No, you signed it.
Did I sign it?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
You guys were in a good conversation and then you forgot. That's
I
awesome.
need you, Julie and
Michelle. Okay, I'm gonna go follow your YouTube and your Insta, and then I'll send a message and I'll be like, hey, like next time.
100%.
So do you guys know like everyone who owns community and stuff, like Alka and Venusta and all them?
We have met them. We've
Yeah,
spoken to
okay.
them.
I think I've seen you at
promote their
community before.
I haven't been there since last summer, maybe.
Pandemic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Awesome. But yeah, I'll be following, and then like there's so much opportunity, right? Like the movement is growing and we need more people like you to come up and slip in and give people options and alternatives, right?
Absolutely. And
Awesome.
you guys do this kind of work too, so thank you.
Yeah, 100%. And then, to take action, all of us at the end, right? So
100%.
awesome. Thank you so much, you guys. Mwah. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Hey guys, I still have one of
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Can you just drop it somewhere
I know, I heard.
That's that, eh? Wrap up? Wrap up and done? You talked about the GoPro and I'm like, you know what? I think I need to also get on video the after part, right? Like a full day of activism. We've been out all day since 12 o'clock. What time is it now? 6:30. I think we deserve to show that, yes, 100%, right? Yeah, we have to take care of ourselves and our mental health after we do events and stuff like that, and eat some delicious. Everyone's guilty. No, I'm kidding. That's awesome. Females supporting females, activists supporting activists. We're at the Lemon Tree. It's an awesome, delicious vegan spot in St. Catharines. And after activism, had a crazy activism day, didn't we? Yep. waving and yeah. Yeah. They do. Yeah, exactly. We gave them a reason to engage with them, right? We engage with the public, and people only support what they create. So they were watching that, and they're like, I want to be a part of this creation. Yes! They're waving, they're honking, they're supporting it. So yeah, it was pretty